Hello, hello. Let's see if I can find a song to put. Hello, Oliver. Mm-mm-mm.
Welcome to relaxation.
Oh. Hello, Mia. Hello, beautiful soul. Thank you for tapping the screen so we can open the algorithm. How have you been? How have you been? How is this energy? What is this energy doing to you specifically? Let's see if I can have a bit of music. Well, you cannot hear much, but let's put it. Yes, I did. Thank you, Oliver. I cannot wait to start to talk about the energies and all those energetical shifts that we have been feeling. Just checking in with you. I'm gonna do some tarot card as well. So if you have some specific question you wanna ask, I've got my tarot. Can you hear me okay? Is the music too loud? I just came out of the swimming pool, so my hair are like crazy. Hello. I wanted to know energetically how you have been feeling. There is a lot of stuff happening energetically in the planet. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm glad to see you too. It was quite a bit that I haven't been live. I didn't feel guided. But today, I think a lot of people are witnessing or are feeling and experiencing this weird emotional roller coaster, and there is a lot of stuff that is happening. Our body, and for whoever is in the oh, that's good, you felt happy all day, that's good. Our body, it's crystallizing, so I didn't know what was going on, but I started to look at myself in the mirror, and like every day I would see something different. Like, I was like, what is this? I thought it was my usual dysmorphia. When I am up, I see myself beautiful. When I'm down, I see myself awful. But something was different today, this week. I really felt like I was changing body every morning. I was like, my belly was not like this yesterday. My boobs were not like that yesterday. My face wasn't like this yesterday. And I was happy to confront some people in the community. And many people told me that this is because we're changing our vessel. Our vessel doesn't change only due to what we eat or how much we exercise, but lately is also what we think. What we think, how we think, and how we feel can affect our body a lot. So if you have been having little like mental loop repeating thought that has an effect on your body. And the more we choose higher point of view, the more we choose a higher perspective, the more we try to go out of our overthinking mind, the more we can literally manifest the body that we want. Meaning the body just it's yours, it's you, okay? So if you have certain thought, the body will listen to it, you understand? And if you have certain feeling and you decide to go down that old route, your body will feel more crappy. And I'm talking about energy level and also the aspect of your body. Thank you. Hello, Patricia. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for tapping the screen and thank you for being here today. I will start soon with the cards. I'm just waiting for the room to get a bit full. And if you have been feeling those shifts and you have something that you want to ask, or I'm here, so just shoot me. But yeah, so we are realizing that we have so much power. So there is power also on literally, like in every second of your day, you're speaking to a person and you speak with that person and you have a certain preconcept, like, oh, this person is usually really grumpy. You will manifest exactly what you are feeling. So everything can literally shift and change by you changing how you are feeling and your expectation. Like I went out and I kept telling myself that I would have been served, that people would be really nice to me and things would have been handed out for me for free. And just because I decided to constantly live in that wavelength, so I was really relaxed, really calm, and my aura was already acting like somebody gave me something. And it started to manifest. Even with people that you usually get triggered, or if it's family, hello everybody, if it's family, if it's you're triggered with your father, with your mother, with certain job situations and stuff, the more we already literally tune our energy in the preferred outcome, it's going to happen. And if we get triggered by our environment, it's a very good exercise to dissolve that ego. So when something triggers you, we allow, instead of meeting that trigger with like reactivity and like, we decide to stand and just be open. Things will really start to happen in your reality that can, you might feel like, oh, this is very weird, but when you think about something, you will see your For You page starting to bombarding you with that same message that you were thinking about, or just weird coincidence. There is a lot of this reality is way more malleable than we would ever imagine. Hello Stacy, hello everybody. So it's just fascinating how many things we can manifest way easier and faster than ever before. If we have been having a goal as well, or we wanted to achieve something, and for some reason the universe, it's I don't know, if you are in a desperate energy that you desperately want something, the universe will take that thing and completely remove it from your reality. Because it's not through wanting and desiring and chasing and overdoing and overgiving that we are gonna call that in. I see a lot of people have been struggling with a little bit of obsession, especially people that are obsessed with the twin flame, or wanting a boyfriend, or I've seen a lot of people constantly needing this love, or a man or a woman and the love of my life, but without you feeling that you are already whole, you feeling like you are calm and at peace and truly loved. That is the faster way that you can manifest somebody, or even in your work on, or what you desire and what you crave, if it's, I don't know, whatever that is, if it's money or recognition or whatever, is by you feeling that all that is yours, it's coming, and doing the things that satisfy you, that they give you satisfaction. When you are satisfied with how you spend your energy, who can stop you? You see, but when we get caught up in wasting our energy, we will end up feeling drained. I've noticed that spirit kind of doesn't allow me to do what I want, and when I do something that is not in alignment, I feel dead. So the universe kind way to tell me, like, you know, you must be doing this and not that, is by witnessing how my energy feels afterwards. I try to go out and drink and smoke and have fun with my friends, and I came home from one day of that and I felt like I was 90 years old. My body, it's not in alignment with that anymore. My body prefers sitting, chilling, relaxing, doing self-care and working on my project, journaling, staying in nature, cuddling my dogs, and that it's what is giving me energy. Can you talk about aging as a spiritual being? Well, everything in this planet, everything in this planet is a spiritual being. So everything grows. You can call it aging, but aging is something that human invented. We gave this terminology. We said that we age, and it's not really true. A soul that is in alignment doesn't really age like the rest of the people. You will see people that are aging very quickly. It's because they are harming their own bodies. They are not doing what they love. They are not able to give love. That's why people like this guy, Rahim Navath, is very old and ugly in the outside, because what these people do, it's what they get back. So if you are afraid of aging or you don't want to age, remember that when you radiate contentment and happiness, and doesn't have to be 50, like all the time happy, it can be 50-50, but what I mean is there are things in this life that will make you age quicker, and it's stuff like doing something that you don't love, stressing, gossiping, drinking, spreading negativity. That will make you age, and you will become ugly very quickly. But when you have a pure heart, people don't age, and our soul is using this body for a very limited time. Maybe 70, 80, 90 years. Our soul is eternal. So after you die, there is an all new chapter that is going to start. So it's like nature itself. We have season, right? So we have summer and spring and summer when everything blossom and open, and then there is winter and everything dies. But it's not a permanent death, isn't it? And a tree, or a leaf or whatever will start to look old, but that old is beauty in reality when it comes from a genuine place, like when it comes from true wisdom and soul growth. That aging is actually beautiful. Instead, when aging is ugly is when the person is just, their physical vessel has been drained of their life force energy. That's why there are people that you look at them and you can see that there is no life force energy. There is like a zombie kind of person, and that is a different story. But we have the power to be immortal, probably, or anyway to live lots longer than what people think those days. So let's pull some cards. If any of you have some question, but I'm gonna draw some cards for the collectives because we're just 7 people here, so we'll see if there are messages for this collective, something that I need to know. I pulled 3 cards. Alright, so 7 of Swords. Let's see. Okay, so and this is not a negative message. It's here to just give us we have to take responsibility for ourselves, okay? Sometime in the spiritual path we tend to enter a phase or a stage that we feel that everybody is against us and we have been extremely unlucky. We act a little bit like victims and we feel like the universe is against us, or the universe is being crazy unfair. And the 7 of Swords just indicates somebody that is trying to avoid to take some responsibility, is trying to take something that is not his. And it just invites us to understand that this whole reality is a projection, or anyway, the outer world is strongly in connection with our inner world. So sometime we have been the bad guys, and sometime we have some karma to pay off, and sometime can be people that have been bad towards us. It's always a 50-50. We cannot just point fingers all the time. So this, I'm not calling out anybody, but I'm just saying this is what the cards are saying. And I do that too. So many times I'm like upset with the universe for X, Y, and whatever. And then the universe is like, Miss, Madam, you are not evolving in certain part of your life. So in Italy we say you cannot complain for something that you are not taking responsibility of. Okay, so sometimes it's good to do some introspection and just, oh, hello, Chris, and just be like, okay, I can better myself and I can take more responsibility for my action and my words and what those created in my reality. And I have to take responsibility of the fact that some stories and narrative that I have in my mind, they are only my perspective. And we have to, this is what means growing as a spiritual being, is understanding that we gave certain narratives in our head to certain specific situation, and we think that that is the only narrative that there is. The truth is that even when people split or things doesn't go well, there is always a perspective that we have not considered, and so we become more aware and more big, like we enlarge our spiritual gifts by understanding that we can rewrite also certain narrative that happened to us in our life. There are a lot of things that, I was like, oh, my ex was like this, was like that, he did this to me, he did that to me, I hope he gonna get his karma back. Well, I was the fool who allowed certain shit to happen to me. And this is not to justify him, but I'm saying now with the healing that I've done, nobody will be able to ever disrespect me again like that. And I am able to recognize these people as soon as they open their mouth or as soon as I see them. You understand? I realized that I was addicted to narcissistic tendency because when I was little, I received them myself. So my father was always really angry and I was always being shouted at and screamed and I got addicted to that. That wound was open, and so during my life I was attracting people that would do that to me. But I cannot be so mad at people all the time. When an experience repeats itself for like 10 times, the only common denominator is you. So understand what I'm trying to say. It's the same with jobs, or like if you are not able to say no, if people are able at your job situation, they're always able to take advantage of you, give you less than what you deserve, make you do shit that you don't want to do, make you stay late and you don't want to, and you then complain, oh, blah, 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 blah. Well, you are allowing certain things to happen in your reality. So either you learn to be firm and learn to say no and learn to say, I don't think this is the right amount of money for my job or whatever that is, we need to understand that there are always those perspectives that need to take in consideration. Sometime when things doesn't go our way and realize that we have been acting and behaving always in the same way, like I'm talking about proper like routine shit. So if you constantly do the same things and you have the same thought and you then go and rescue the same people and you have the nursery complex, like this is what I had. Everybody that was in difficulties, I would go and take care of them. If things you do always the same thing, you will manifest constantly the same result. So it's up to us sometime to face some ugly shit and it's like, it's like speaking our truth. Like I was talking with Bethany just this week. She was having some trouble with like speaking her truth to certain people, and she had a whole story written in her head, like, oh, I cannot say that because otherwise they will get angry, or I cannot say this because, and again, like if you act with already all those scripts in your head, you're going to manifest exactly what your scripts are. Like, we need to understand that what is true unconditional love for others and ourselves. Like, I used to write script to people, like, this person is my best friend, therefore he has to act X, Y, and Z. And then if he doesn't do any of those things, he's out of my life. What is that? I mean, people are not actors in your life. People, you have to understand that you cannot write scripts for people and then get upset when they don't fulfill the script that you had for them. People will reveal themselves. So you can be open, okay, and let people reveal themselves. And then you can judge and be like, okay, this I can keep this person, and this person, no, I don't really vibe with this. But they are not shitty people just because they didn't obey to your creation in your mind. It's like when people have this like very toxic love bombing situation, that they meet somebody and like they fall in love. They're like, oh, he's cool, she's cool. Well, in Italy we have a very nice way of saying, actually. We say that even a broken watch says the right time 2 times a day. So I'm gonna repeat this for you. Even a watch that is not working says the truth 2 times a day. You know what does this mean? It means that everybody in a random occasion can look perfect. They can look like they are saying the right things. They are the right people. But then outside of those 2 times, they are a broken watch. So we need to understand that everybody is able to mask and camouflage and be cool. But you need to let people reveal themselves. Because this is the same for a lot of TikTok people that I'm watching. That's why I've been detaching a lot from TikTok anyway. Because I see a lot of these people that spit this pearl of wisdom. And again, everybody is able to go somewhere, grab a full book of quote and wisdom pearl, and then start to vomiting those wisdom things on a screen. You know, and everybody's like, oh my God, this dude is amazing. Right. Shall we meet him outside? That's why most people who speaks about narcissistic people in this platform, they are actually the narcissistic one. And again, it's because we tend to judge people by the look, by the exterior, by what they say, and our wound will attract the abuse. So a person that needs constantly validation, or a person that needs constantly, like, your wounds attract wounded people, or anyway, narcissistic or bad people. And when you close your wound is when you feel whole within you. So anyway, I hope this gave you something to think about. Good, I'm glad you understood it. Yes, we have to, there are people those days that, I've been in my spiritual path since forever, but there are people that now I meet and they just have to say hi to me, and I can see already everything. And I can see already, if there's gonna be an equal energy exchange, or if it's gonna be just somebody that is looking for wound, they're looking for to suck my life energy. What see in stars now? Look outside, look at the sky. It will tell you something. It's a healing journey, not, let me see your wound again, Jerry. Yeah, but I used to do that too. We all go through these things. I used to meet people and trauma bonding. For me, it was just something that I really needed. So I would meet somebody and I would regurgitate everything that happened to me in my life. I didn't know why I was doing it. I thought that was my way of like, just, I guess, I thought that was my way to expose all the ugly sides so that could have gone out the way, you know? And in the end, I was attracting people that used to do the same to me, and we would just basically vomit our trauma to one to another, and that was our bond. Like, we were bonding just because we had the same traumas. It wasn't because we actually liked each other as a person. It was just because, oh, you went through that, I went through that too. Well, that's good. Like, you understand? So when I healed, I realized that I had to lick my wounds by myself, and I had to lick them with ease and grace alone. And at some point, I felt like I came back together, and finally, I could meet people to bond in another way. You see? I more feel and hear a collective. Well, we're all wounded still. Like, we will never be completely healed and fully, otherwise we would probably be like Jesus. We would probably be leaving this body and just going and fuck off somewhere in the sky. If we are in this 3D world, we have this like duality within us that persists. So I'm not saying that we are going to be completely healed, like totally, but of course we can come to a state of true power. And like, the true power, people, is something undescribable. Like, if in the past we were feeling like disempowered, like, you know, you have to run around and do all these things that you don't want to do, and like chasing love and the need of people validation and needing to be accepted and camouflage yourself and put makeup on and act like a man. And like, when you come back home, like to your real home, you're like, oh my fucking god, I am not missing one piece. I don't have to run, I don't have to chase, I don't have to prove, I don't have to hustle, I don't have to worry, I don't have to fear to speak my truth, I don't have to, like, I don't have to please people. I don't have to keep people in my life. I don't have to walk on eggshells. Like, it's so liberating when you can just be sitting there and be like, I don't need anything. I don't need your validation. I don't need my bank account. I don't need money. I don't need friends. I don't need validation. I don't need approval. I don't need to be proving something, chasing something. It's like waking up from, it's just like waking up and be like, what have I been doing all my life? You see? Sorry. Do you miss being in England? I do. I do, to be honest. I mean, I miss Brighton a lot. I've been there for 10 years and I do miss it. And I think I will go back just for a trip to say hi to my seaside and all the rest. I did leave my... Oh, good. Perfect. This is another thing. when we feel that we are always behind. Oh my God, that was one of my nightmares. Like, I'm always behind. My God, that is another thing. I don't like much pasta. I'm not a real Italian. I mean, I am really Italian, but I do not function like it most. I'm a bit alien. Like, I don't really like pasta. I like pizza, but yeah, there are some Italian stuff that I don't like. But yeah, so we feel at flow, and that is the real awakening. Okay, sorry, we had other two cards, always for the collective. The messages are fucking deep. And we have 10 of Wands. Oh my God. Really? Okay, so my God, and this makes me cry. Anyway, so sometime also something that needs collecting, needs to hear. So this is what's coming up. It's when we over put a lot of burn, like, so we are only one being, okay? Society brainwashed us in this fast way of living. Peanut. What is peanut? Do you like mayonnaise and ketchup on pizza? You see, exactly. This is why I'm a weird Italian, because I love mayonnaise on pizza. And every time I do that here, Italian people want to kill me. And they're like, you are not Italian. And I'm like, I know. I do not come from Earth. Never have. But I was born in a tiny, tiny village in Italy. But yeah. So the 10 of Wands, can you see, it's like this lady that is carrying on her shoulder. Why you cannot see this? But she's carrying a full fucking ecosystem on her shoulder, and she's not able to. So this is what we tend to do as a human. We try to treat our vessel like we are Terminator. We like worry for shit that we shouldn't be worried. We're trying to do too many things at once. We overload ourselves. We are constantly on this like giving and doing and thinking for others and achieving this and achieving that. It feels like it's never enough. It feels like we are not doing enough. And this card is basically telling us you can drop the fucking wand and just every day listen to what your body wants to do and try to do the bare minimum. Because life is not so serious. And when you die, all those things that you've done, okay, they might be cool, but you leave most of the shit here. So you want to destroy your vessel and overdo and burn out yourself for something that you cannot take with you. So this card is mostly just trying to say, chill the fuck down, especially in this period. We have to go inward. We need to feel how our essence is. So if I am anxious, why in hell would I start to do things? Because that is just my pain body. Because I'm anxious and I'm like, oh, okay, let me do random shit. Like if you're anxious, you just have to sit down and breathe. And if you're not about to die and, you know, just do the bare minimum, like clean your house, take a good bath, take care of yourself, do the work that you need to do and just chill, you know, go to the seaside, go for a walk in nature, go around places that uplift you, Leave the gossip, leave the dramas, leave the chaos, leave the troubles, leave the negativity, leave the worries, and just, you get me? I told you I'm not Italian. Like, I am born here and my parents are Italian, but my soul is from the stars. And in the star system, they agree with me that some mayonnaise in pizza is great. So, okay, then we have the Fool for this group. And the Fool is more likely what I was already describing right now. So new adventure that are placed with pleasure and passion. So it's somebody that wants to go for an adventure, but this adventure is not about hustling. It's not about doing too much. It's not about old paradigm, old beliefs. It's a new thing. It's a light thing. It's it's a more following your passion, being a service, what makes you feel good. So this card has been dropping some bombs today, people. Is the mustache guy gone? People are so funny. There's so much time to lose. Anyway, now we are 13 people, so do you mind tapping the screen for me all together super fast so you can help me out with this algorithm? And let's see if there is any card for this collective. What people needs to hear. Oh, I'm happy you're here, Chris. What this collective is here to hear. Okay. Oh, I can't believe it's the same card of before. I've been shuffling like mad. It's the same 3 cards. Okay, so is this message clear enough? Because this fucking 3 card will not stop. Oh, thank you. That was so sweet. This 3 card just won't stop coming out. So again, am I gonna call you out now, babies? So who is not facing your own demon? It's time and it's okay. It's not scary as you think you are. Being faulty of something is not that tragic, okay? Accepting that you have 50-50 responsibility with the reality around you is not gonna kill you. Your ego needs to die a couple of times in order to progress in the spiritual thing, okay? I party with my demons. Don't indulge too much, Chris. Demons are meant to serve you, not to possess you in some party share, okay? So demons, they become your servants when you watch them in the face, okay? I can't believe that this 3 card came out again. 10 of Wands, release some burden, people, release some shit. I beg you, take a piece of paper, write down, I release my criticism, my over worry, I release this need to achieve or prove or do, going out of my way, like chasing energy or hiding energy. I release the fear of talking, whatever that is that you are carrying that is not helping you. And then the Fool, a new journey, a new perspective. We have to change the mindset, okay? So, like, what in a practical way? Okay, listen to my life, okay? I could say there are always this, right? So I could say, look at me. I'm a total failure. I am 33 years old. I went to live back with my fucking parents. My friends are all married and they have children and they have a house and they have a car and they have careers and they are always working and they are going on holiday and they have everything that I haven't got. Okay? Cool. So my brain could say that to myself. I used to say that to myself, like infinite. Now I see. I am free. I'm not slave of any job. Nobody tells me what I have to do. I haven't got husband that it's obsessed with this job. Like most of my friends' marriage is truly unhappy. So I haven't got a husband, but I am not unhappy. Okay, I've got nobody to tell like what I can and what I cannot do. I am actively working towards my dreams and I do what lights me up. And I'm always loving and I'm always relaxed. I don't go around like them, stressed and crazy. I don't need alcohol. I don't need drugs. So there are always multiple ways to look at something. You can look at one situation of your life and being like, oh, my life is this and that. And you don't realize there is another side of it. There is always another side of it. It's just about how you interpret it, okay? Okay, there is anything else that this collective needs to know? Ooh. Okay. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, there is always a perspective difference, always another way to look at things. So, okay, so we have another not pleasant card. We have literally the Eight of Swords and the Devil that just popped up out of nowhere. So we'll see. Tonight is a really dark night, people. Oh my god. Very dark messages tonight. So Eight of Swords. Oh, beautiful. Do not waste your energy in futility. Do not stay stagnant in a moment of crisis. Resist at the impulse to feel, sorry, because I'm translating, because these cards are in Italian, so resist at the impulse to feel limited. This is exactly what I was saying. Oh my god, this is mind-blowing. Confused, powerless, stuck, trapped. Resist to the impulse of feeling those in this way and look at the other side. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot lie even. So just stop being caught up in futile shit. And that's amazing. Okay, the devil. La luna nera. Okay. Okay, the devil can mean a variety of things, okay? But good. Lose your autonomy. Lose okay. Wow. All right, so the devil represent like woohoo. The devil represent earth and the material plane. So the devil represent like desire, pleasure, lust, luxury, material gain, power. So the universe is trying to tell you, do not lose yourself in here, okay? As simple as that. Do not lose yourself too much in like wanting or chasing material gain, popularity, lust and desires and fucking it's about you knowing that you can dip into that kind of reality once in a while, but you don't need it, and you don't have to get lost in there. You don't have to sell your soul for the system, for the game. What people don't realize is that when VIP, they tell you that they sell their soul, basically what they do is either they sacrifice their family, their mother or their son, or even themselves. They give their soul to this Illuminati, Anunnaki shit in exchange of money, luxury, success, fame, song, whatever, actors, whatever. That though is an illusion, because these people didn't know that they could achieve all of that without selling their soul. When your soul evolves as well, you will realize that it's not going to be money, success, and fame that is going to make you happy. In fact, what these people end up in having mental breakdown and they die really young is because after they get all of that, they get money, success, this and that, they cannot handle it. And so they abuse drugs or they end up in weird shit and then they die. So when your soul mature enough, you realize that what you have been idealizing. So society was telling you, oh, if you have money, you will be happy. If you have sex or validation, or if you become famous, or you will be happy. But that is an illusion. That was never the case. So they sold you something that was not actually working. So it's like a little baby born, and I'm like, to be happy you need money, this and that, and then when they have it, they're not happy anyway. They're still distressed. Their soul is not wise enough. They cannot handle reality, so they drink it away, they smoking away, they get overdose, and it's done. So the spiritual path is actually there to teach you what is really making you happy. The thing is that you don't know what is it that is making you happy. You do not know. Believe me, we do not know what we need to be. You think you know, you don't. Okay? Because I said 1,000 times in my life, I'm gonna have that and I will be happy. And then that things arrived and I wasn't happy. And then I was like, oh, universe, please just give me that and I will be happy. And then that things arrived and I was not happy. And so I tried it all. Like I said, give me money, I will be happy. And I got money and I wasn't happy. Then I said, give me an apartment looking at the fucking view and this like autonomy and being independent woman. And I had it and I wasn't happy. So we think like, oh, give me a boyfriend and I will be happy. And then every time we think that it's something outside of you that will fix all your problem or will make you happy, that is a total illusion. When you are happy alone and within, with nothing, with no money, no boyfriend, no validation whatsoever, then is when you are truly happy, and then is when all this material shit that you were chasing are coming to you. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, Freemason is a weird topic. Even then, I had very crazy experience with somebody in the Freemason. Exactly. I sold pharmaceutical for 30 and made $1 zillion and died cause of drug complication. Yeah, you see, I'm not even fucking kidding. I have thousands of those kind of stories. Like Amy Winehouse, she became fucking famous, the most famous pop stars ever, not even 5 years down the line, boom, dead. Of course, because your soul is not able to handle, like, in order to be able to handle the money and the energy of money, you need to be a wise soul in order to hold power, like, and you need to have experiences and make sacrifices, not sacrifices. Growth is uncomfortable. So if you spend your life being comfortable, like, you haven't developed the shoulder to carry a certain status, a certain money, success. If you always been spoon fed, like, you know, if you just went out there and consume alcohol and smoke joints and just socialize in the street, and then you become famous from the day and night, you know, like, of course you cannot handle it because you don't know anything. You're a puppet in this game. Oh, welcome back, procrastination maiden. I think people telling me that all the time, like, oh, so long that I haven't connected your energy. And I'm like, yeah, that could be. But I'm happy you're here. Oh, Stacy, so nice to have you here. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to pop live just a little bit. I'm gonna go soon too, but I wanted to pick some other oracle decks, and then and thank you so much, guys, for any donation or support. You know that it means the world to me. Cause I'm a little fucking alien doing weird shit. But I've got the angel deck. We'll see. Any message for the collective in here? Any message that people need to hear? Ooh, wow. Oh, look what we were talking about. Spiritual growth and cut the cord. So I feel that maybe some of you are still dealing, like many of us, so you're not alone in this, with some energy vampires. And if you are, you might need to cut the cord. Sorry, Diamond, but I think you are writing something really long and I haven't, so I worked through the... Oh, you had spinal surgery. What do you mean you didn't make it? What, did you die? Anyway. Cool. Amazing. So if any of you are dealing with this energy vampire, people who are draining you, who are bringing you down, negative people, people who are still brainwashed in the Matrix, people who believes in the fucking news and the government, just cut them off. You can still talk to them once in a while, but energetically, just do a ritual for detaching yourself. So actually, we are gonna do it now. All right, we're gonna do it together. So I'm gonna help you to break this energetical bond. So you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale for 3 times. And while you breathe, you imagine yourself wrapped up in a very strong bubble. Like a bubble that it's transparent but is like bulletproof glass. Okay? So you are in here now and your energy is all here. And then visualize in front of you the people, could be more than one, that you feel they're draining you, okay? Or just ask spirit to manifest in front of you all the people that you need to cut. Some name will come to mind. And visualize them inside their own bubble, okay? They can still be the father of your kids, but they can be energetically leaving you alone. Doesn't matter. So now that you see them in front of you, wrapped up in their own bubble, you visualize a cord that goes from your bubble to these people bubble. And now just speak it out loud or say that with your head. I cut the energetical cord with me and people who are not from my highest good. And you visualize the cord doing snapping and the bubble going far away from you. Now they're floating away. So please, Spirit, cut all the cords that are currently draining them. Call back the power that they gave to those people back to yourself. This is not one person. I see that many of you has multiple people, so let them brush off whatever they left on them. And you visualize the cord breaking and the bubble just floating away from you into the distance until these people are gone. And now it's only you with your bubble in full power. Sometime when we do those kind of rituals, and if you put the right intention, they might text you. So people feel when we do this shit, because they feel like a sink that was open and they were sucking water, and then they feel like the sink closing and they get a little bit spooked. So they tend to message or trying to speak to you to reconnect the cord immediately, okay? So you can either, when they text, okay, do not reopen the cord. This means that energetically you answer to them in a very detached way. You don't have to be rude, but it's like you are messaging your plumber, or you are messaging the secretary of the council that you have an appointment book, okay? It's very transactional. What needs to be said, not energy open. When you open again, emotion, memory, oh my God, what does she want? Oh my God, what does he want? Oh, let me answer. You are just opening the cord again. So you will have to do it again and again and again. So up to you. But just sometime when I do it with people, I have immediate SMS on my phone or WhatsApp or whatever. So, Chris, are you still here? You have to do that too. Like, I literally, like, with all the people that you connect online to, I wonder if you could do this exercise because it would be beneficial for you too. Right, so cut the cord came out and spiritual growth. Again, this card represents us growing spiritually, and people think, oh, you're growing spiritually, what do you want to become, a guru? It's not about that. When you grow spiritually, it means that we are able to access a life that is not what they told us it is. So connecting with your spirituality and growing spiritually basically means that we can create the life of our dreams instead of a life of suffering and slavery. Nonetheless, we can become closer and closer to the ascended master. We can be walking divine people in this earth. We can bring back heaven on earth. We can change this earth. We can change this suffering. We can change this nightmare, and we can shift to a new planet. So people who are not spiritual, they look at us and be like, oh, do you want to be a guru? It's not about that. It's not about being a guru. And it's about others as much as about yourself. Because the outer world is just a representation of our inner world. So as long as we can grow and expand our inner world, we will see growth and expansion in our outer world. So that is what's matter. That is what is spiritual growth. Right, so last few cards. What do you prefer, the moon deck or the shaman one? It's gonna be the last card of the night. Moon. Let's go for moon. Right. So last card for this collective. Ooh. Okay. People are like, have you got Tourette's? I'm like, no, I'm just weird naturally. Like, I don't know why I love to do like to suck the air inside. It's just so strange. I feel like you are carrying a sadness or stress today that you don't want to burden us with. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, I mean, I feel some sadness sometimes, yeah. Mostly because I really would like to have fun. And lately, the people that are in my immediate reality have fun in a really different way than I have. And so it's just frustrating sometimes feeling, or like I often feel like a little alien, you know? And sometimes that makes me feel a bit sad because people go to the pub here, you know? They sit on the pub and they drink and they smoke and they speak. And for them, that is having fun. And I don't do that. And finding people who do more of my things for some reason has been a little bit hard. And so sometimes I spend lots of time by myself, like maybe lots of time by myself. Like I see people maybe once a week. The rest of the week I'm just alone with my mother and my father and my brother. But I'm always in my own world. And sometimes I look at the stars and I'm like, where are the rest of the people like me? Because I want to have a bonfire in the fucking forest and dance, like barefoot. And nobody wants to do those things with me. So, I don't know. Anyway, the card that came out is Surrender to the Divine. So, you see, we have that answer in the end. This card, yeah, I just said it like, yeah, well, I am autistic and, ADHD has really similar symptoms, but yeah, I guess maybe more autistic people or somebody that wants to come to me with me in the woods and dance with a bonfire and just put music and move weirdly and speaking with plants and mushrooms. Anyway, so surrender to the divine. There are certain things that we cannot control. The stuff that we cannot control, we have to surrender. That's all. Certain things that no matter what we do, we cannot control them. And then those things need to be surrendered. And then the divine will take care of it. But let me read the thing. Okay. No, where are you? Oh, I'm glad. I am happy. I always I used to love to come live a lot, but what happened is sometime I think I overdid it and I got really drained, and then I think I had some kind of expectation and those expectations were not met, and so I spiraled down, and I'm a bit crazy like that. So anyway, surrender to the divine. What the word climax bring in your mind? Oh my god, am I the only one that has a lot of very dirty like images of the word climax? Anyway, this is a question. So what images come out of your head when you hear the word climax, people? No, because now I want to know if I'm the only perversion here. This card represents a turning point. Okay? There is gonna be some kind of change, a new possibility, and emotional explosion. I saw a few other type of explosion, but yeah. So this card is telling you are getting the answer that you need. A wish that you made is about to come true. It's make or break time. Yeah, exactly. My mind is like ding, 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 ding. Okay, you might need to forgive someone or to release negative energy towards something or someone. And it's time to let go of the past and move on. Surrender the lunar cycle. Okay. You might need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Okay. Release. Anyway, you got me, yeah? So there are shifts happening. And so you just have to let go and surrender to the divine. Anyway, this was lovely. I was really happy to come back live. Has been such a long time. So I hope that you enjoy my company too. I hope that I made you a little bit laughing and I gave you some nice advice. And if I don't, I do not need your approval. I'm just stupid. But yeah, I will try to pop back live more often. And thank you for any support or donation that you're gonna send my way. And thank you for referring me to some friend of people that you think might need my energy when I'm available. And if you need a one-to-one session, my link is in the bio. On my Insight Timer, I'm creating courses like a fucking crazy machine. So if you're up for it, you can go there. Or I have also some courses on Teachable. So if you want to check out my links anyway, they're all there on the same place. Thank you, procrastination maiden. Namaste. Bye bye.